Alright guys, we are about to get underway into a pretty exciting match here. We have one of the better UK teams, of course Choke being one of them, but Reason, a few of their members have been in and around other teams, and they hopefully should be getting underway in just a moment, but we do have a Reason versus Choke Overwatch coming up. And looks like we have the side of, or sorry, not Choke, Reason. Reason looks like to be ready. OWKings seems to be ready, guys. We have Choke versus, or I don't know why I want to keep saying that. Reason versus OWKings coming up here in the round of 16 for you guys. Of course, winner of this goes on into the round of 8, aka the quarterfinals, and then yeah, that's when we get into the best of threes, guys. The best of threes are really when a lot of the action, it does come down to quote-unquote the better team in a lot of ways. Right now it's the best of ones, so best of ones, definitely upsets can just happen. You can just lose if you don't play well. You get surprised, something that you weren't expecting. So let me get this updated for you guys as we do need to have the titles, but again, it is going to be Reason taking on the side of OWKings, guys. This should be the closest match that we have watched to today. And it should also be one of the more exciting matches. Of course, it was requested not only in the chat, but also by a few players. So we'll end up seeing what ends up happening here. And it looks like, actually, no, that was just Darius. So Darius just is just letting us know that this match is going on. So a UK love, of course, Choke and Reason, both being UK teams, and UK esports tend to be quite the well, interesting fellas. They tend to be quite brash, is one way to put it. But good guys all around. Anyways, we'll be getting right into it, guys. We have Olbuff at the side of OWKings. He's going to be picking up a McCree. We have Additonian going to be picking up a Reaper. We have RYB going to be picking up a Zarya, likely on a Zenyatta. Clown over here on a Lucio, and last but not least is going to be Tweety here on a Reinhardt. And of course, when I mean brash, I mean they are quite the frank individuals, is usually the way to put it. Known for quite the, at least the exciting side of esports most of the time. It's a good time. But they'll be taking on here is Tomzy is going to be championing up for Reason. We have Sev as his teammate. Danchu going to be there as well. Kyle 1. And going to be picking up a McCree, I'm sorry. We have Shaz over here on a Genji, and last but not least is going to be Hanema, going to be on a Zenyatta. So we'll see what ends up happening here, guys. OWKings versus Reason. Game just started, action underway. Spam going out into Danchu's shield. He's taking a lot here. Looks like Tweety ended up winning that war here. He's going to drop his shield, now be able to bring it back up. He's going for a charge, ends up taking out Shaz, and will go down in the end for the trade. So good focus there as the charge goes out onto RYB. Rib is going to end up taking quite a bit there, as Sev is going to take out Additonian. So far, 1-for-1 trade. As Olba's going to end up taking out Kyle. Olba with a double kill though. He's going off right now. Can he continue this as he gets himself a triple kill? Going to be looking on here to Sev as there's a Genji to back him up. Health pack isn't available, it looks like, but Deadeye is, as he's going to have that charged up, getting some more left clicks. If it wasn't, it is now, as he does land those up. The rest of the ultimates, it looks like Rib ends up going down to Kyle. Good shots from him. He's going to get his own Deadeye up because of that. Let's see what can end up happening from that. Of course, is good shots is there. He's going to end up landing those, and that's going to be a zoning Deadeye. He immediately cancels it, though. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Reinhardt didn't have his barrier to protect it, but it looks like the side of OWKings is going to end up giving it up, or they know. There we go. They're going to initiate off the back of this. There's a charge through. Olba getting himself one kill. Additonian with another, and it looks like Olba going to get a double kill. Shaz does end up taking out the Olba of the McCree Olba, but so far the offense is getting a fair bit of kills as Kyle gets himself a kill. So does Shaz, but now the defense is stabilized on the point with that Transcendence. It's going to basically prevent any kill from coming out in the offense. Is going to have to find more kills, more picks, and more opportunities, and a better look here. But the ultimate usage is pretty high here from the side of the defense, so they're not going to have much off the back of that Graviton Surge if they cancel the barrier. Double kill from Kyle, as well as the Transcendence. That's going to be a cleanup at the side of OWKings. They did stabilize for about 1 minute and 40 seconds, but now Sev going to chase it out. They're going to look for a few more kills if they can. Punish this, create a good, what do you call it, spawn cycle for them, or a spawn cycle that, staggered spawns. There we go. That's the term I'm looking for. They're trying to stagger the spawns of the defense, and it looks like they were able to do that so far. It will mean the payload gets some decent distance without any competition. Of course, Sev is just going to be spamming over there, but as you guys can see, 3 are going to be holding on to the payload. The rest are going to kind of be pushing up and zoning out a little bit, as there is one member flanking out we're missing right now. There he is. Shaz. How you doing, buddy? Hanging out up here, waiting for his opportunity. As you can see, the defense is going to be right here, trying to set up. So, Payload has made it around the corner. OWKings basically just going to give up the Streets phase, so that means they need to have a strong Foundry phase. They've basically given up a free minute of push for nothing, and there's going to be a Graviton Surge. Can they capitalize off the back of it? But so far, Sev and Shav with the Shaz are the ones getting the kills, and actually Tweety finally answers, but he's going to end up going down to Kyle 1. And the side of Reason Gaming looking very good right now. Double tap going off onto Likely as Kyle gets 2 headshots, taking him out, and that's going to be the Payload moving on to the second point. And right now, OWKings needs to put their feet on the ground and draw a line and actually hold that line because they are getting run over. Oh, this is not a good situation. I can't lie. OWKings definitely a team that has been a little bit shaky lately. They've gone through some roster change, of course, bringing on Likely and Cloud. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Is that Deadeye that was getting a lot of targets, but not enough, of course, as Olva wasn't able to pull the trigger. And in the background, there is going to be Shaz trying to flank. He will go ahead and use that Wraith form to get out alive. I say alive, but he's dead anyways. Likely going to be low on health. Will end up using that. The Transcendence was timed out really well. It's going to go through the entirety of the Graviton Surge. I say that, but you know what? Deadeye does enough damage that it cancels it out. And McCree is one of those heroes right now that just deals very well with the situation that we're experiencing with Zenyatta metas, which is that you have that Transcendence. It makes Graviton Surge a lot weaker, but Deadeye doing its damage channeled up over time and then instantly applying it in one instance of damage makes it so you don't have to worry about Transcendence. Double kill makes that basically not useful, and now Likely, now with Olba getting himself a Deadeye. Speaking of double kill Deadeye, speaking of that, RYB going to get a kill onto Shaz to make it a double kill. Now they're going to take out Sev as he's basically all alone. There is a Mercy there, but the Resurrection, actually, I say that Hanima did switch over to that Mercy, got the Resurrection available, and there's going to be Death Blossom coming out here from Matatonian. He gets himself a double kill as Shaz goes for his own, but ends up going down. We're going to go ahead and switch over here to Kyle 1 as he's been a critical member, but not enough gotten done yet as he's going to have to back out here. 85% on his charge. 4 minutes and 37 seconds remains on the clock for the side of Reason Gaming to work the Foundry section, but their offense has been good so far. Defensive ultimates are definitely there for OWKings, and they're going to need to have good usage out of it to make this timing more favorable for them on their offense in this Deadeye. If they could brace the burst barrier at the Olba, going to get the double kill. Deadeye and Danshu is... Deadeye does burst its barrier itself, as of course every single target hiding behind that barrier is playing that double-edged sword of you're going to protect me until the barrier bursts, of course, and then the remaining shots that are going off, well, those targets aren't so protected anymore. Of course, what you can do is just double bubble Zarya and just pray that you end up bubbling the targets that didn't get shot behind the barrier or the barrier absorbed. That's going to be a Deadeye coming out as well as a Graviton Surge. Looks like the Graviton Surge on quite a bit of the offense there. They're going to use a drop beat on top of it. Danshu with the 4-man Earth Shatter with the Fire Strike to go over the top. But there is going to be a very good Transcendence coming out here from Likely as a charge. RYB going to end up surviving as it looks like Danshu goes down to Olba. And most of the offense here of Reason Gaming seeming to lose their steams. Steam is the wind and the sails falling apart here. Olba going to end up taking out Kyle 1, and they are just pushing back the offense until their spawn and cleaning them up. Good play so far from the side of OWKings in the Foundry section. Of course, Choke, or so the side of, I don't know why I want to keep calling them Choke. Reason is playing very well right now up until the Foundry section, and then they seem to have just kind of lost their momentum. They have built up some ultimate. They are going to have a Dragon Blade coming up in just a second. There's going to be a Graviton Surge onto multiple heroes, but they do have the drop beat on the defense to bring up most of the HPs. Anatonian going to get Hanimia as a trade for so far 2 for 2. As Rib is going to take out Danshu after he takes out Clown, and then Saz takes out Unlikely, or Likely. That's going to be a big kill for them, as that's going to be that Zenyatta down, and now Rib actually super low. He's getting hounded down. He's going to get cleaned up by Saz, and so far all of the offense is alive, whereas all the defense, or most of the defense is cleaned up right now. There is a Dragon Blade available. Saz needs to get cleaned up here. Olba with the Deadeye getting himself a double kill. That's important. Tweety charging through. Not going to get much more after that, but Tomsy does take him down, and now Sev going to get flash banged up, not able to take out Olba. There's going to be another Earth Shatter there from Danshu. Great play from him. I got to say, these Earth Shatters have been critical. And there's going to be a Dragon Blade coming out from Saz. That should be most of the offense cleaned up here. Or defense cleaned up here is 1-2 / Likely going to end up going down. And another fan of the Shurikens is going to take out the... And let me go ahead and enter that guy. 6:44 is going to be the time to beat. So I do want to get that in there for the production for you guys. So that's in there now when I start the stopwatch. You guys will see in the top left of your screen next to OWKings' name, time to beat. They have to beat this map in 6 minutes and 44 seconds, starting here at point A, of course. And then once you get through point A and take it, you move through the archway into what is known as the streets phase. 3 main sections, left side, center, and right side. Of course, there are some degrees of verticality of that. And over here, there's this back area that is flanked around, as well as this catwalk. This is point 1 for the payload, or the second point of the map. And then that leads us into what is known as the foundry section of the map, which is this right here. Of course, known as the foundry because, well, supposedly there's, you know, work going on in here. Although there is it's interesting that looks like a reactor. I don't know. We call it the foundry. But that's going to be the point right there, guys. That's where the side of OWKings needs to successfully take the payload, is to that rectangle. If they do, they will go ahead and win and be moving on into the quarterfinals. Of course, if they don't, and the side of Reason is able to hold them long enough, well, Reason Gaming will be moving on into the round of 8, playing that first best of 3. So we'll see what ends up happening here. We're going to go ahead and start off here with Rib. He's going to be on a Genji. Of course, Genji is one of those heroes that can just dominate a game, especially once he has that Dragon Blade up. The amount of kill potential that Genji has individually outside of any other factor in the game is absolutely astronomical compared to any other hero in the game. Just really nothing like a Dragon Blade. And, oops, that's not the thing I wanted to start. Let me make sure that it got going, and it looks like it got going just fine, guys. So we are going to be time to beat, as you can see in the top left of your screen, about a second or two off, but pretty much on the spot, as we are going to have the offense already on the point, likely going to be taking out Chaz, and that's not a good start here for the side of Reason Gaming. They're not having anything to really, like, stall it up. It just feels like the side of OWKings came into the point and said, hey, guys, we're going to take the point, and Reason Gaming said, okay, we're going to back off. And then they basically lost 3 heroes, Tweety, RYB, and Clown, going to take them all out, and now it looks like they're going to hunt down onto the side of Sev, I believe that is, and Sev's going to end up going down as Rib gets that kill. And the offense of OWKings moving along very quickly, and now these heroes in a very bad position as they are going to get staggered spawn, as they had a short spawn. And that's just not good. OWKings doing a very good job, gotta definitely give them that, but at the same time, side of Reason Gaming not having the best defense there. They didn't really fight it out. It just felt like they kind of gave it up with a whimper. And then, of course, OWKings, you got to highlight the fact that they were pressing the tab button to check the spawns, and they were communicating short spawns. And you saw that Rib and 2 other members were critically aware that the Mercy, as well as another hero, were going to spawn short. And now the Mercy's dead, another hero's dead, and the Streets phase is going by without really any contest at all. RYB does have the Dragon Blade available, so they could just clear through the Streets phase right here. And that's going to be the defense moving up aggressively, but in flashbang, Danshu ends up going down, and Shaz does take out Adatonian, so a big kill for them so far, but that's about it as Tweety gets himself a double kill, and Tweety on this Diva is doing a lot for his team. He's going to go ahead and get a few kills with this blaster pistol, and that's exactly what this pistol does. Absolutely insane medium range damage, and of course long range if he can land those headshots, and that's what he's doing. RYB with a double kill though before he goes down in that Dragon Blade. There is going to be a Graviton Surge coming out from the Zarya of Sev, but there's no one around in the area to capitalize on it, and the defense is just getting run over right now, and they're going to have to escape the area. That self-destruct doesn't get any kills, but it does zone. Olba's going to be responsible for a kill in the end though, as he chases down, helps get up take down Tomzy. And now Zarya of Sev and the Mercy of Henema are in a very bad position. They're going to have to back up, and that's going to be the first point taken of the payload section of the map, the Streets phase. 4:30 remains on the clock, guys, and the side of OWKings looking very good here on their offense, even if their defense was looking a wee bit shaky. Deadeye available for Olba, as well as a Death Blossom. And on the side of the defense, we do have a Deadeye for Kyle 1. We're going to be seeing that coming out in just a second, as he looks to get a few with that Olba. He gets himself a triple kill with his Deadeye. And now let's see what the sidekick Kyle 1 can do. Olba, Kyle 1, looks like RYB is there to back him up, or Rib is able to back up his teammate and help him out. Resurrection there was there for the defense, bringing up those fallen members. That Olba got with that Deadeye. There's going to be an Earth Shatter getting onto 3 heroes, but there's a Transcendence off the back of that to top them all off. Clown going to be able to take out Danshu in the middle of that fight. Good kill from him, and Attitude takes out Tomzy's. And now it looks like the side of the defense is falling apart here. Reason Gaming, not much time left, or not much space left on the map for them to stabilize. They need to get something going, as it is going to be on the back here of Shaz. He does have a Dragon Blade, but he ends up going down. And now the final remaining members, Sev, Kyle, Danshu, what can you do? There's going to be a Mercy as well. Tweety charging through. He's going to zone through a few. RYB, Rib going to be channeling that Dragon Blade, doing a lot of damage out of Todian. Tweety, Rib with another kill, and that looks like to be all of the set of Reason Gaming cleaned up, guys, and that's going to be clearly a victory. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining for OWKings to take the point, and they do it. Unfortunately, we don't have a what do you call it, a play of the game, guys, because it is stopwatch, so it is a situation where they are going to have, you know, it would be a coin flip, but Yeah, Overwatch Kings winning in a striking time. They had about a minute and 30 seconds left. We will be going over into a lobby. And I'm going to go ahead and be leaving, guys, so I can get into the next lobby. We'll be checking the bracket here in just a second. I'll go ahead and close this, but we did just watch Overwatch Kings take on Reason. That was an exciting match. If you guys missed that action, of course, all the VODs are available on my YouTube. You can find that down below. Just check all the playlists. I have them linked for you. Very easy to access, so it's no problem at all. But over here, it looks like we will be going on into the next match. I believe I will be going over to Choke Overwatch versus Endurance Gaming. Christopher did ask about that, so it looks like that is where we'll be going. So, that way we just get you guys a match as soon as possible. But as far as the bracket goes, we'll go ahead and pull that up for you guys right now. As, should be, I hate when it does this. As I am going to be getting an invite now, but let me see if I can get this all dolled up for you guys so you guys have a bracket. There we go. Okay, okay. Thank you. I need to accept that invite. Awesome. And let me go ahead and pull up the bracket for you guys. So here we go. Of course, we did just see Overwatch Kings win. They're going to be into the quarterfinals. They're going to be playing the winner of Mustache and Monocle versus To Be Decided. And then in the rest of the bracket, we have Evox going to be taking on Enro. That's going to be interesting. Bikini Beach Esports versus Free Agent. That's actually a match I really should. I'm excited to see the outcome of. Not sure if that match is already underway. I can check on that via Casper. But we already are into the next match. Or we'll be putting... let me check here, because I'm sure that's the one that Outbreak is watching. Yep, that's already in a match, so Free Agents. That's, of course, the Russian team's playing it out, guys. But I'm going to get it to music here in just a second, as I'm going to take a short break getting you guys into the next match. But we will have the side of Choke Overwatch taking on Endurance. That's at the bottom of your screen. The rest of the bracket at the bottom half of the bracket, as you can see, we are into the round of 16. And, in fact, to make it a little bit cleaner for you guys, I'm going to go ahead and hide the round of 16, so that way, a round of 32, so you guys can just see... around the 32 and around 16. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys would like to follow more action for ESL, you can do so at ESL Overwatch on Twitter, as well as definitely follow Twitch TV/ESL underscore Overwatch, as that is where all of their streaming is done on the mainstream. But in addition to that, guys, if you enjoy the commentary that you're watching, definitely follow the channel down below. I do all my casting here, as well as host channels that I cast to. If you guys want to support me even further, you can follow me on Twitter, RaptorZOW. It's the best way to show support, as well as check out my YouTube link down below, youtube.com/user/DotaRaptors. All of my VODs, as well as my Strat Watch and Patch Watch, are uploaded there. But until that, guys, I'm going to be taking a quick break, getting some water, getting a drink, and getting into the next lobby. We're going to be watching Choke Overwatch versus Endurance here for the ESL Go4 Overwatch Cup number 8. I am RaptorZ, and we'll be back after a short break.